Alright, let's start one of these hard drives running. Stop by prime element and by the cooling system plant at, well, car motors, or at least part of them anyway. Just put the cooling systems here. Did I already take out of this? No, okay, so I now have 130. All I really need totally is 250, so this is 100, this is 200, and let's see, all told that'll make 100 and, I think I need 40 of these. Yeah, put them over there. Done. All right. I got a lot of loot out of that. Go after that present there. But I'd also like to check if, well, I'm pretty sure that the quantum encoder is finished with its superposition oscillators. Think of an impact that made. So I guess it's off to Presbyterian. Or should I say the Department of Alien Research and Knowledge's facility at near there. Oh wait, one last thing I gotta do before I forget for the nth time is to take the magnetic field generators, all 256 of them. Because that way I'll be able to. And did I set that? Well, take the Christmas presents. Did I set this thing to make? No, I didn't. Unless, oh wait a second, I just remembered. These AI expansion servers need to be made in a quantum encoder. I was forgetting about the excited photonic matter. Just drop off my protein. Free up a few inventory slots that way. Alright. Let's go to the Department of Alien Research and Knowledge. So this is finished. Okay, there we go. And now to make AI expansion servers. Set this converter to 100 a minute. Okay, and the dark matter residue particle accelerator should be set for the same. these crystals do I have anyway? Where did I put the output for the output box for this thing? It'll be around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. It's not bad. So with that in mind, I'll take the magnetic field generators, go over here. The neuroquantum processors over there. And the superposition oscillators in here. That should start it back up again. It'll take 4 of these a minute. 256 divided by 4 is 64. Okay, so an hour and 4 minutes. And this part will be finished. They look pretty cool coming out like that. Sort of like these little things you'd have on your desktop, like on the top of your actual desk, not your computer desktop. All right. So I'll take the extra 100 and unlock and put that towards the spatial energy regulation milestone. After that, all I need is the 250 turbo motors. Yes, I know there's a present there. But there really isn't a whole lot of reason to get it. At least not right now. Blame it on the fact that I gotta wait for Christmas to finish the Fix-It Holiday Research node. Or tree, I mean. Okay. There we go. How long is this going to take? 4.88. 4 per minute. $250 minus 130 is 120. Divide that by 4. Actually, strike that. Got 163 now. That's like, rounded down, it's 90. 90 divided by 4 is 45. 22 and a half. That's kind of a long time, but not long. And since the analyzer's finished, what do we got here? Super State computer sounds good, but it needs batteries, and batteries are another part that requires a manufacturer. On the other side of that, though, okay, fine, I'll take this for the sake of taking it. And start another one. Oh, my decoration's coming. Okay, I'll need this many to finish the next research node. I just hope I have the patience to wait for until the 4th to unlock it. Ah, another hard drive. Either fused quickwire or turbo pressure motor. Well, I don't like the fact that it uses pressure conversion cubes and aluminum containers, but I suppose it will do in a pinch. So I will start the next hard drive going. And while that's running, I'm going to complete the last milestone. I got all 250 turbo motors now. So it's time to talk about spatial energy regulation. Milestone reached. Instant travel between chosen locations will be possible as soon as the main and satellite portals are built and paired. Do not ask me how it works. Not because I don't understand dimensional dispersal theory and the cross-warp applications of liminal pure regulated parallel fibrillator nanocells, for example, but because you do not need to know. You go in one end, you come out the other, it's a door. Thankfully, the construction of project part number 12, the ballistic warp drive, can be automated and requires no manual input from you. So, I'd say we're relatively safe. If you disagree about my assessment of your capabilities, you are free to attempt a study and replication of either portal or warp technology after you're done with project assembly. And gee. Well, I'm not the one messing around with the fabric of the universe itself, now am I? I mean, that's what we're doing here. All this talk about universe ranging implications or something like that for the universe at large. Stuff like that tends to give me the chills. I certainly need to know what the purpose of all this is, but yeah, my not knowing about this is ridiculous. I wonder if I can hop to the top of this to grab that present. I can. You know, it wasn't so long ago that I had to build a ramp, a temporary ramp, to get up there. This place. Maybe I've gone native. I'm gonna miss it once this whole project's over. Although, of course, I imagine there is Christmas, Fixmas, Hanukkah, what have you. So, about this new part. BAL... That, yeah, ballistic warp drives. I need 200 of them. They require... Oh boy, more, Wait a minute, sorry, I'm reading this wrong. I thought they'd need more turbo motors or supercomputers. No, the answer is no. Okay, so they're made in manufacturers. This is good because I can cut the amount of thermal propulsion units and more importantly singularity cells in half. And by the way, what's that? Oh boy. So singularity cells need pressure conversion cubes. Didn't know that. Bit of a rude awakening there. Alright. But all I need to do to calculate how much I need for the ballistic warp drives is to add 2 zeros on the end of everything. That's 100 thermal propulsion units, 500... I really should be writing this down. Give me a minute. Okay. I'd argue that this might warrant an episode of back-of-the-envelope calculation theater, but not really, because after all, the calculations from here on in are relatively simple. It's not like I'm going to be running this constantly, like with nuclear angel hair, where it's just that slow. Although I think pressure conversion cubes require radio, whatchamacallits, So I'm going to need to go back to prime element and start that up again from where it is. So anyway, 100 of these equals 4,000 DM dark matter crystals, which I imagine I have. It's 20 stacks, and the ordinary storage box holds 24, plus 200, what are they called? Superposition oscillators. I would check the parts for that. Plus 500 singularity cells, and 100 thermal propulsion units. I figured I'd need thermal propulsion rockets, sorry. Now these, yeah, this is where we need turbo motors and cooling systems. And they're produced 2x2. So 100 thermal propulsion rockets equals 100 fused modular frames plus 100 turbo motors plus 2 multiplied by 5, 250 modular engines, which are another project part, plus 300 cooling systems, although cooling systems are used in turbo motors, so that's beside the point. But modular engines require, again, I'm using Summers loops to amplify the production, so I need 250 modular engines equals 250 motors plus 250 smart plates, which are another production part, plus, gee, divide that by 2, that's 125 times 15. What's on? Hey, no, forget this. I'm going to make it 125 times 16. 2,000 rubber. Might as well get these going. I might have miscalculated somewhere. I figured that the remaining project parts were going to be needed at some eventual point. So, the smart plating, 250 of them. 125 apiece of rotors and reinforced iron plates. I'm going to make rotors the limiting factor here. Didn't even hear that one land. And while I'm... Yeah, that beam from the quantum encoder still gives me the chills, doesn't it? So, 250 modular engines, 250 smart plates, 250 rotors, around about 2,000 rubber. How many stacks are in there? I did go over to... I think that I have to go back to Freighter Lake and pick up more rubber from the experimental facility. Although I'm pretty full up on it here, but the rubber that I have deposited is for building purposes. And yes, I'm well aware that I have one modular engine and apparently 2 thermal propulsion rockets. Okay, never mind. Forget I said anything. If thermal propulsion rockets are made by twos, and I already have two of them, then I don't need as many smart plates or modular engines. I'm gonna have to take like one out of there. How would I do this again? Okay, yeah. But no time for that. It looks like... Okay, hold on a second. I got a better idea. Okay, that wasn't a better idea. Yeah, I am running out of rubber. Okay. Another hard drive. Heat fused frame or diluted packaged fuel? Heat fused frames require fuel. And maybe here, if I ever decide to make, if I ever decide to use nuclear power. And that's the last hard drive, at least currently. Hey, where was I? Rubber. I was running out of it. In fact, I really am running out of it. Especially since I'm using it so heavily. But at any rate, I'm going to have to go to pick up some more computers and for rubber, but also got to start loading up for the production of modular engines, which I need to double check. 250. Okay, 250 motors. Wait a second. Not 250 motors. 248 motors, because I already have 2 thermal propulsion rockets. So yeah, 248 motors. Alright, I used a lot of motors before. But this time, well, I still think that, yeah, see, the factory's still running. It hasn't filled up that industrial storage container yet, but there's still enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, the smart plates will be the limiting factor here. How many fused modular frames do I have? I wonder. Before I do anything else, I ought to pick up that present. I just don't like letting it sit there. So this is for the rubber, which I need, well, somewhere north of 2,000 of, but I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come to think of it, I think I have enough rubber right here. And the motors, 250 of them. And the smart plate's all that's needed. long do I have for this? Well, it's only 95 more rotors. 12 seconds times 95. Round that up to 1200. That's 20 minutes. In those 20 minutes, I'm going to have to... Well, okay, I'm not running out of rubber exactly, but I do need more of it. Especially for turbo motors. I'm running out of motors there too, but how many of those do I need? 98. I need 98 of them. I think when I produced turbo motors last time, yeah, I calculated the exact amount I'd need. Which I'm beginning to see the disadvantages of doing that. 98 turbo motors. That's well, I'm going to round that to 100, just for the sake of, just for safety's sake. I'll put these in. Of course, it'll run out because it's running out of motors, but okay. So 96 times 4. What is 96 times 4? 192. 384. That's how many motors I need to exactly satisfy this requirement. You know, it just hit me. There's a building, a new building that I still have to take a look at, and it might come in handy. I mean, here I am whizzing around willy-nilly, or should I say William-nillium, between here, one end of this area, and the other end. If I were to somehow... Hold it. 1, 2, 3... I said 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Okay, that's 350. 375. 382. 384. Once again, I have run myself out of, almost run myself out of motors, but since I'm continuously making them, it'll recover. Motor production, that is. Do we have any? No. I thought I had some steel beams on hand. But while I'm here, I ought to check up on how many fused modular frames I have. How many presents I have. Yes, yes, well done. Don't remember whether I read that or not. $200. Even 200. Okay. While I'm thinking about it, I'm just going to go and grab as many cooling systems as I can lay my hands on.